Hello everyone, this is The Question, and I am back with my manga haul for the month of September. As you can tell here, quite a lot smaller than previous months. I mentioned in my last haul video that I was really going to cut down on the number of pre-orders that I was doing. I usually don't read series until they're completed, so for a lot of kind of less higher priority series, I'm just going to wait until they're finished before I actually go back and pick the volumes up. So that's why this is, quite a lot smaller. Most of my pre-orders have been canceled, and kind of only the higher priority or special editions, omnibus, things like that is what I'm going to focus on. But most of these pickups here are Right Stuff. I do have a few Barnes & Noble pickups and then some local bookstores. I am aware of the Right Stuff, everything getting brought over to Crunchyroll. I don't have any knowledge of Crunchyroll. I haven't ever used their website, but I'm an optimist, so I'm gonna just, we'll see what happens. Worst case, if Crunchyroll screws it up and they're no longer a good place to go, then I will switch to a different place. We have quite a lot of places to pick up manga at decent prices here in the US. In stock trades, Barnes & Noble if you're a member and you're doing it during a promotion sale, Takara Cafe, just a lot of different choices of Libris. There's a lot of places to get good prices on manga, especially here in the US. So I'm not too bothered by it. I mean, obviously it'd be a little bit easier if everything just stayed Right Stuff. But I'm willing to give Crunchyroll a chance, see how it goes. I'll leave all my current orders there, and we'll see what happens. So let's go ahead and get right into the haul. Okay, so first off, I have a couple releases that I picked up from a local bookstore, and these two were two that I didn't really have on my radar. Just there wasn't really too much else there that I was looking for, so I kind of just bought a couple of blind buys, and that was, first we have The Savior's Book Cafe Story in Another World. This I assume is a isekai, and don't know too much about it. Just looked interesting to me. I figured I'd give it a shot. So we have volume 1 of that. And then the second pickup was another one that I haven't really heard too much about, and that is What He Who Doesn't Believe in Fate Says, volume 1. Know pretty much nothing about this one other than it seems to be some sort of romance story from Seven Seas. So looking forward to checking out this one too. But that was everything from local bookstores. And I have a small stack here from Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble was doing a 20% off for members, and then also you got double points. So I didn't have anything particular that I needed to pick up, but there was a few books that I mentioned previously that I wasn't going to be pre-ordering from Right Stuff anymore until the series were completed. But I didn't find anything else, so it was cheaper than I'm probably going to be able to find these for later on. So I went ahead and grabbed Blue Box number 6. I really enjoyed the first, I think, volume or 2 that I read of this. Same thing here, The Duke of Death and His Maid. I read volume 1 of this. This was a really cute series, and so here's volume 8. Fantastic colors on this cover. We have Land of the Lustrous, volume 12. Another one. This is one that I didn't read volume 1, but I've heard enough good things about this. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to enjoy this series. We have Tsubaki Chow, Lonely Planet, volume 4. Read the first 2 volumes of this. Fantastic, really fun romance series. And then this wasn't a new release, but this is a volume that I had missed. Somehow I have 1 through 3 and then 5, but I had never ordered 4. So this is 4, and just in case you've never heard of this series, it is a full color, kind of 4-panel cat series. I haven't started reading it yet. It's cats, so of course I'm going to buy it. But that was everything from Barnes & Noble. Okay, so next up we have all my Right Stuff pickups, and this is all pre-orders this time. They didn't send me any back-ordered stuff. No stuff got reprinted. It's all just pure pre-orders, and then quite a lot smaller than normal. As I mentioned last month, I'm really cutting down on the stuff that I'm pre-ordering. I'm not just going to keep getting random volumes. I'm going to wait till series complete. Other than stuff that I really want to support, or stuff like special editions, hardcovers, my favorite creator stuff. So you'll see some of that here, but let's get right into it. So first off, we have Alice in Borderland Volume 7 and these really nice editions. So keep going with this. We have Animal Crossing Deserted Island Diary Volume 5. I haven't checked this one out yet, but I do really like Animal Crossing and Nintendo, so eventually I'll get around to checking these out. I'm sure they're just fun, cute little stories. We have Assorted Entanglements Volume 3. This is an anthology Yuri series. I'm not sure how long this is going on for, but I read one and it was okay, but I figure I would give them a shot. Next up, we have Baby Bear's Bakery Part 2. This is a very far delayed Denpa release, and it's got this kind of interesting cardboard cover, which is cool, but just like my volume 1 that came in, it's extremely beat up. I don't know, it's kind of like bent. It's kind of hard to tell here from the picture, but it's very bent. There's all kinds of dents and dings in like every other page, so you know, it's kind of the quality of the type of book this is, but definitely a little beat up. So here we have volume 2. We have a new series, Blade of the Moon Princess. This is by the same creator of Spy Family. I think this one's only going to be 5 volumes long. So this is the first volume of that. I have A Bride Story, Volume 14, and these beautiful hardcovers. I really love Kaoru Mori's work. I have not read any of this series yet, but I've read all the other series of hers that have been fully completed in English. So I'm really looking forward for this one to end. Just fantastic covers here, great colors, great artwork as usual with Mori. Really looking forward to finally getting to read this series. We have some new volumes, just kind of stuff that I heard good things about. Decided to check out the first volume. We have The Darwin Incident. And then we have The Deer King, Yuna and the Promised Journey. This one kind of threw me off just with it's a really fat release, and it's actually kind of a little bit smaller. It's almost standard like a paperback novel size. The dimensions are a little weird compared to most manga volumes, so it kind of threw me off. But it is, you know, a manga here, and I guess the next volume is the final one, so it's only a 2-volume series. Next we have Dinosaur Sanctuary 3. This is one that I'm going to keep pre-ordering. I really want to support this series. I really enjoyed the first volume. Glad to kind of see some more different types of series out there. And this one's got a really great cover. There's that. We have another 2-in-1, and that is Don't Call It Mystery by Yumi Tamura. Really looking forward to getting to check out this series, getting into some more Tamura's work. Not sure how we're going to pronounce this one, but I'll just say #Dracula Midnight Children. This is, I think, the first English release by Shinichi Sakamoto, who I don't have too much knowledge of, but I've heard everybody rave about the creator's artwork, and I know there's a few of their series that they've wanted to get released in English, and so this I think is the first one that got released in English, if I'm not mistaken, and I assume with it being about Dracula, it's going to be some sort of horror series. But yeah, the artwork is just fantastic in here. Very detailed. Really looking forward to getting to check out this series. Really nice hardcover release. Kind of a smaller hardcover, but really beautiful. We have a Dark Horse release, and that is Imenon Volume 4, Imenon Wanderer Part 3, and artwork by Kenji Saruda. Really looking forward to checking this one out. I have read all the other Imenon volumes, really enjoyed them. Beautiful artwork, so looking forward to getting a continuation here. This is, I think it's been years since Volume 3, so it's been quite a while. And then we have Essence of Being a Muse, Volume 2. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is only a 3-volume series, so the next volume I think might be the last one. It's a pretty thick release. Not quite it doesn't quite look like 2-in-1 size, but it's quite a bit thicker than a standard manga. So great cover here. First volume I really enjoyed, so looking forward to the next volume wrapping up this series. Okay, another final volume. We have The Girl from the Other Side, Volume 4, in these beautiful deluxe editions. Right when I finished collecting the paperbacks is when they announced that they were going to come out with these deluxe editions. So I never got around to reading this series. I went ahead and sold off my paperbacks and decided to get these hardcovers instead, just because, you know, I love hardcovers and these ones are really beautiful, really well designed. Really looking forward to checking this series out. We have a new Glacier Bay release, and that is Give Her Back to Me. This is a fairly thin, kind of smaller. I really like the art design of this kind of cover here. Looking forward to checking this one out. I don't know too much about it, but some nice artwork in here. Love Glacier Bay releases. There's that. We have another new series, and that is Glitch Volume 1. I really enjoyed Lost Lad London, which is a short 3-volume series. And this is the creator's new series. Looking forward to this. Very unique artwork. We have another Denpa one, and that is Heavenly Delusion 6. I assume these are kind of flying. These are getting released a little faster than a lot of Denpa's other works, and I'm assuming that's because there is a popular anime, so they're kind of prioritizing this series. But we have Volume 6. We have Homunculus Volumes, this is Omnibus 2, so Volumes 3 and 4. It's another one that I've heard lots of great things about. I'm going to wait till it's all complete. I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it. It seems right up my alley. But this is a very thick omnibus here. We have the Horizon Volume 2. This is another one, heard great things about. Picked up Volume 1. I haven't really found a lot of manhwa that I've really connected with. Most of them I haven't really, connected with very much, so I'm looking forward to this one. I've heard great stuff about it. 3, as far as I'm aware, is the final volume, so once that third one comes out, I'll go ahead and grab them all. And then next we have Insomniacs After School Volume 3. The first volume was fantastic. One of my favorite new series in a while. Looking forward to reading the rest of this. Okay, so next up we have It Takes Two, Tomorrow 2. This is a new One Piece book series. I didn't know too much about this one. I saw some positive reviews. Looks like a slice of life romance, kind of adult romance series. Very small, kind of thin book, and very small in size too. So that was kind of a surprise, but give it a shot, see how I like this first volume, and see if I'm going to continue. We have one of my favorite series, and that is A Man and His Cat, Volume 9. Kind of one of the blander covers of the series that I've seen. Obviously the cat is adorable as always, but can't wait for this series to conclude, so that way I will continue. I've only read maybe the first 5 volumes, and then I figured I'd just wait until it concludes. We have Mashal, Magic and Muscles, Volume 13. It's been forever since I read Volume 1. This is one that I'll probably, it had already been being shipped out, so this is one that I'll probably stop pre-ordering and just wait till it's concluded to get the rest of the volumes. There's that. We have another Glacier Bay release. This is another one in this kind of little cat series. This is Mi-chan. They're in these very small releases. They release one of these maybe every 6 months or so. I think there's like maybe 4 of these little kind of releases. So there is Mi-chan. We have, I think it's Maruko-chan Volume 8, another one that I'll probably stop pre-ordering and just wait till the series is completed. We have Mob Psycho 100 Volume 12. We have another new series, great cover here, The Moon on a Rainy Night. Don't know too much about this one other than it is a Yuri series and one of the characters has a disability, so we'll see how this one works out. And then we have another final volume, and that is My Love Mix-Up Volume 9. I haven't read any of this series, so I have all 9 volumes. Now that this final volume's out, I'll go ahead and check it out. I listened to the podcast episode on Manga Splaining where they talked about this. Seemed like something I'd enjoy, so not too long at 9 volumes, so definitely looking forward to checking this out. Okay, so now we have another final volume, and that is My Sister the Cat, Volume 3. A lot of these kind of shorter. I've noticed a lot of these shorter 7C series, the 3rd volume will be kind of extra thick, and this one I think is maybe like 50 to 60 pages longer than the previous volumes. But the first volume, it was just a cute series about this guy who gets this teenager who gets adopted into a family of cats, and so he's kind of their he has a little sister who is obviously a cat who is obsessed with him. So it was a cute series, or a cute volume 1, so I'm looking forward to checking it out now that it's wrapped up in 3. We have Nichiju Volume 11. Don't know too much about this other than it's kind of a comedy series. I have the box set. I haven't read that yet. I assumed it was completed, but then this random volume I saw was up for solicit, so went ahead and grabbed that. We have a new hardcover, and this is from Fantagraphics. This is Okinawa. I was not expecting this hardcover to be so small. It's a very small hardcover. Like here's that Nichiju volume, as you can, which is a very small volume, and this hardcover is just barely bigger than that. It is very thick though. But very small in size for hardcover. Probably, maybe the smallest hardcover I own. So the only negative I see with this is that it's very hard to open, even more than kind of a standard manga volume. So that's a little disappointing. I wish it would just, just kind of even being a standard manga size seems like it would have helped this a lot. But looking forward to checking this one out. I love pretty much all the Fantagraphics manga that there's been. And I know this one was helped be published by the Manga Splaining group. And so yeah, that makes me excited to check this one out. We have Shonen Note, Boy Soprano Volume 5. Not too much to say about this. Another great cover. I'm pretty sure it's like maybe 8 or 9 volumes is wraps up in. We have Soloist in a Cage, Volume 2. Really nice glossy covers. Really high paper quality on this. There's that. We have another new series, and that is, I'm going to say Sora or Soara and the House of Monsters. This one I haven't heard too much about, just the cover kind of grabbed me. The premise seemed like something I might enjoy, so I figured I'd give the first volume a shot. Artwork looks nice here, but yeah, don't know too much about this one. I've been picking up the Spy Family series, and they came out with this Spy Family guide. I don't get a lot of guidebooks of manga series, not too many of them, so I don't have too many, but I figure I'd grab this one, and once I've read the series, see if I enjoy it. We have Star Wars The Mandalorian, the manga, Volume 1. I'm a huge fan of The Mandalorian. Probably my favorite. I like The Mandalorian series probably more than I've liked any Star Wars movie. Just really like the character. Really like the storytelling in this. And so I assume this is just kind of going to be a straightforward adaptation of the TV series, but not too sure, but yeah, the cover looked cute, so I figure I'd go ahead and grab it. We have a hardcover release, and that is Stitch and the Samurai, the Complete Collection by Tokyo Pop. This is an odd one because they released it in a paperback and a softcover and a hardcover for this all-in-one. Tokyo Pop had originally released these 3 volumes separately, then they did this re-release in a hardcover and then also a softcover, and obviously I'm going to pick the hardcover. So there's that. We have another Tokyo Revengers omnibus, and that is 1314. We have another final volume, and that is Until I Love Myself, Volume 2, The Journey of a Non-Binary Manga Artist. Read Volume 1. It was very sad, but definitely very riveting story, and looking forward to getting the second volume and seeing how the story wraps up. Next we have another Denpo release, and this is Vampires Volume 3. This one I originally had pre-ordered from Barnes & Noble, and Barnes & Noble, like if a pre-order gets delayed like multiple times, they'll just cancel it and say that it's not available, and that's literally what happened with this. I had it pre-ordered there and they canceled it and said, sorry, it's not going to be available. And so I just had to go on to Right Stuff and pre-order it instead, and here it came. I did really enjoy the first volume, really like the cover design here and the colors. It is a kind of vampire Yuri series, is what I've got from the first volume. We have Welcome Back Alice Volume 5. I really like this cover, love Shuzo Oshimi. I think this one wraps up very soon too, so that way I can check this one out. And then we have another Volume 1, and that is The Witch's Marriage. Heard kind of mixed things about this one. This is another Yuri book, new series about witches. I love most manga about witches I've enjoyed, so looking forward to checking this one out. And that is it for my pickups for the month of September. Okay, so that was everything I picked up in the month of September. I will have a reading log video coming up here fairly shortly for everything that I read in the month of September. A lot of great reads, but also some series that I will be unhauling, which will clear out quite a bit of space on my shelf. So I am looking forward to that because I'll make it a lot easier for me to put some of these releases away. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I love getting comments, so if you have any thoughts, anything I should prioritize, any questions about anything I picked up, please let me know in the comments. But otherwise, everybody have a great month of October, and I will see you in the next video.